Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into a book that really flips a lot of conventional money wisdom on its head.
That's right. We're talking about Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah, it contrasts these two archetypal figures, right? His own dad, the educated poor dad, and his friend's dad, the entrepreneurial rich dad. Very different philosophies.
Totally different outlooks on money and work. And our goal here, really, is to unpack the core lessons, the big takeaways from Kiyosaki, kind of give you the fast track to his main ideas.
Okay, let's jump in. He starts with this idea of the rat race. What exactly is that in his view?
Well, the rat race is basically that loop. You work hard, get a paycheck, pay your bills, maybe get a raise, but then your spending goes up too. Maybe a bigger house, nicer car, more debt. You're earning more, but you're still just, running faster on the same wheel, trading your time directly for money without building real wealth.
You're essentially stuck just trying to keep up.
Exactly. And the alternative, the rich dad way, is about flipping that. It's about making money work for you.
How does that work, practically speaking?
It means focusing on acquiring assets, things that generate income without you having to actively work for it all the time. So less focus on just getting a bigger salary, more focus on buying or building things that pay you.
And doing that effectively requires a different kind of knowledge, doesn't it? He really emphasizes financial literacy over just, say, academic credentials.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge theme. You can be highly educated, doctor, lawyer, whatever, but still be financially illiterate.
Right.
Formal education teaches you how to work for money, often very well. But it usually doesn't teach you about money itself, investing, accounting, markets, law. The stuff you need to actually build wealth. That's often on you to learn.
Which brings us to maybe the most famous concept from the book, assets versus liabilities. Can you break down his definitions? Because they're key.
Super simple, but profound. An asset, according to Kiyosaki, puts money in your pocket, period.
Like what? Give us examples.
Okay, so think rental properties bringing in rent, stocks that pay dividends, owning a business that runs without you needing to be there 24/7, maybe royalties from a book or invention.
Got it. Puts money in. And liabilities.
Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Things like car loans, credit card debt, student loans.
Yeah.
Things that cost you money regularly.
And this is where it gets controversial, right?
Yeah.
Especially about housing.
Yeah, the whole your house is not an asset thing. His point is the house you live in usually costs you money every month. Mortgage, taxes, insurance, upkeep. It takes money out.
So in his framework, it functions more like a liability, even though we traditionally think of it as our biggest asset.
Precisely. He argues the rich focus on acquiring true income-producing assets, while many others acquire liabilities they think are assets. That's the fundamental difference in action.
Okay, so focus on assets. But how do you do that if you have a demanding job? This ties into his point about minding your own business.
All right. It doesn't necessarily mean quit your day job immediately. It means actively building your own asset column alongside your job. Don't just spend your life building your employer's business.
Build your own on the side. Focus your energy there, too.
Exactly. Your job pays the bills, maybe, but your business, your assets, is what builds your wealth.
And that connects to another lesson. Work to learn, not just to earn.
Yeah, it's about seeing jobs not just as income sources, but as opportunities to gain skills you can use to build those assets.
What kind of skills?
Things like sales, marketing, communication, negotiation, understanding finances, legal stuff, skills that directly help you build and manage your own investments or business, which might be more valuable long-term than just a slightly higher paycheck.
Makes sense. But, fear often holds people back. He addresses these psychological hurdles too, right?
Definitely. Fear of losing money is a big one. Also, cynicism like, that'll never work. Laziness, bad spending habits, even arrogance. Thinking you already know everything. He says you have to push past these, embrace, calculated risks, and learn from mistakes.
He also mentions how the system, particularly taxes, can work differently for business owners versus employees.
Right, leveraging legal structures like corporations. The simplified idea is employees earn, get taxed, then spend. Businesses potentially earn, spend on legitimate expenses, then get taxed on what's left. That spend before taxability is a powerful tool for growth.
And one final practical principle, pay yourself first. What's the essence of that?
It's about discipline. Before you pay your bills or buy anything discretionary, you allocate a portion of your income to your investments, to building that asset column. Make it the first bill you pay.
So it forces you to prioritize wealth building.
Yes, it ensures you're consistently feeding your assets, not just hoping something's left over at the end of the month.
So wrapping this up, the core message, the big mindset shift Kiyosaki is pushing for. What is it, really?
It's fundamentally about shifting from an employee mindset focused on job security and salary to an investor or business owner mindset focused on acquiring income-generating assets. Taking charge of your financial education is key.
It really challenges you to think about where your own financial beliefs come from.
Absolutely.
So here's something to think about. How much of what you believe about money aligns with that poor dad philosophy? And maybe what's just one small thing you could do, even just learning something new, to start building your own asset column today?